Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Northport, A View from Here. My name is Gene Matthews and I'll be your host today. It seems Northport is always faced with a lot of activities, both positive and negative. And today I'm happy to report that we're going to deal with a very positive situation out at Bobcat Trail this November. And with us today we have Marie France and Will France from KEB or Bobcat Trail. And they're going to talk about a PGA Invitational tournament that's going to be held out there in November. It seems that Bobcat Trail and KEB is always on the cutting edge of events here in Northport, and we sure would like to have you, Marie, tell us a little bit about this event.
Well, first of all, Gene, I have to say that this is one of the most exciting events that I've ever been involved in, and it's a wonderful opportunity to bring this to the community of Northport. We're very delighted that the tournament is going to be held in Northport, especially since we have had such wonderful cooperation from the city of Northport. We're looking very much forward to continuing that alliance with the city. As regarding the tournament itself, this is a broad scope, multi-level event that's coming November 26th and 27th. It is a two-day event. The first day being Sunday, the 26th of November, we're going to have a Pro-Am event, and then on Monday, the Tour Pros and the Club Pros play together in a two-man team event. And this historically has been held before, but it's bringing so much additional to the community, not just during that weekend, but upcoming to the weekend.
Probably the most exciting thing about this is the not only the golf, because I do like to play golf, is the fact that it's going to benefit a few local charities. Could you just say who they are and what your plans are for that?
Certainly I will. Our premier charity is the Boys and Girls Club of Northport. We worked very hard and very diligently to choose a charity that would keep the children of Northport in mind, and that's why we sought out a variety. And we just felt, after all of our inquiries, that the Northport Boys and Girls Club was where we wanted to our charities, the majority of our charities, to go to. Mm-hmm. And second to that, we have also chosen in Charlotte County the Simon Properties Group, being the Simon Town Center Mall.
Right.
But we did a lot of research, and we really wanted to pinpoint children. That was our focal point, and both of these charities benefit children and youth in the area.
Yeah, very important. And I think KEB or Bobcat Trail is very much into children, and the kids from the community appreciate that.
That's true. As a matter of fact, one of our mottos at KEB is supporting family values, and we've done that through different programs at the Bobcat Golf and Country Club, as well as other community-related issues that we've dealt with.
Okay, Will, let's get to you. Before we go into the event itself, what is Bobcat Trail as far as a golf course? What are its features and benefits, and some of the facilities, and what does the signature golf course mean?
Mm-hmm. Good question. Bobcat Trail is a championship layout, meaning it's a championship length. Uniqueness to it is that it's only 2 years old, but it's matured quite nicely. Condition of the golf course is par excellence in everyone's viewpoint. We hear that all the time. It has some huge greens to it, undulating greens, usually pretty quick greens. Most golfers know it as fastest greens in the area. The signature part of it is it's a signature design by Bob Tway. Bob Tway combined his talents as a golfer with a PGA member by the name of Lee Singletary out of Texas, and Lee is a golf course architect, and he and Bob got together and collaborated on the design of the golf course. So we use Bob Tway's name quite a bit in our publicity and when we talk about the golf course. That leads us to maybe the question to an answer, how this Club Pro, Tour Pro team partnership thing came about. We did do it, the North Florida PGA section did it in Lakeland a few years back for a couple of years, and it worked quite well. We had big support from all the tour players that lived in and around Florida, especially Central Florida. Since we have Bob Tway, a PGA Tour Pro, and we have Lee Singletary, his design partner, as a PGA member, like I am, PGA of America, it's a natural to bring this tournament back, and Bob and Lee are both coming back to play in it, and actually Bob Tway is pretty much one of our marquee names in the event.
And how many people do you expect to be there from a playing side?
On the playing side, we are inviting, our goal is to have 60 two-man teams, so that's 120 pros, 60 tour pros partnered with 60 club pros. And at this point, we're well on our way to that goal of 60 teams. Half of those 60 teams of pros will be playing in the Pro-Am on Sunday with 3 amateurs in a 5-some format. We're going to use the 1 score from the pros and 1 best net score with handicap from the amateurs. So it should be a real fun event. A lot of our sponsors have been given spots through their contribution to the event in that Pro-Am, and the other spots we've sold to amateur patrons.
Okay, and everyone's always is going to ask the question, who's coming?
Who's coming to dinner?
Who are the
coming
pros?
To dinner, right?
Who's coming to dinner?
Yeah. Well, in addition to Bob Tway, some of our marquee names that we are expecting, now it's hard to say that we've got full commitment to them because you know the way tour pros are, or maybe you don't. If something better, some other better activity comes up, they're liable to jump on that and go somewhere else. We've picked a good week. The dates, we used a lot of care and paid a lot of attention to other schedules in choosing the date. Right now we have the likelihood of Paul Azinger, Mark O'Meara, Lee Jansen. We also have Tommy Tolles from Fort Myers area, Ted Treba, who lives in Orlando, Skip Kendall, who's a real fine player out of Clearwater, Tampa, Greg Kraft, also out of Clearwater. Recent heroics by a fellow named Grant Waite, runner-up to Tiger Woods up in the Canadian Open last month. And we've got some real good names that we're courting. I just got off the phone this morning with a fellow that's trying to get both Nick Price and Greg Norman.
That would be exciting.
So that would be really, really
That's
big.
the Shark, right?
That's the Shark.
That's the Shark, okay. Mark O'Meara, of course, is a good friend of Tiger Woods. Now,
Tiger Woods, who is he?
Tiger Woods is a young lad that is beating everybody.
He sure is. He sure is. We have spoken to Mark and some other players that live in the same neighborhood along with Tiger at Isleworth in Orlando, and the club pros in Orlando are trying to put their strong arm on Tiger and get him to come down. He hasn't said no yet to this point, and he hasn't said yes either.
Well,
so there's still a chance, and we're waving that along so that we can get everyone excited. We'll make that announcement when the time comes. It's proper to do.
Tell them that we're not Disneyland, but we're exciting anyway down here in Northport.
Exactly.
With all these folks coming, logistically, you need a lot of help. How many people do you think are going to come and view this particular event?
Well, Gene, we're preparing for approximately 10 to 12,000 people during the event, and that, of course, is as you said, a logistics issue.
Sure.
And so we're trying to organize our volunteers. We do still need volunteers and would love to have folks volunteer with us. The areas that we're especially looking for are ticket booth sales and marshals, golf course duties, and most folks do want to get out on the golf course, and we have...
Okay, hold that thought because we have to take a break.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be back in a moment.
Have you seen Northport lately? Take a minute and take a look.
We really do enjoy nature, and we found it all here, right in our own backyard. Love fishing and boating on the Mayaca. You never know what you might see out there. We toured the whole state of Florida and found that Northport had everything that we wanted.
There's a lot of natural beauty, and there's a lot of wildlife here. I love the open spaces, and I love the quiet.
If you're intrigued by what you just saw, pay us a visit, and you'll see a lot more.
Welcome back to the second segment of Northport, A View from Here. When we left the first segment, we were talking with Marie, and she was telling us about the logistics, the needs of manpower, and about how many people were coming. So we're going to finish up on that thought, and then we're going to go on to one of the recipients, the Simon Youth Foundation, Diane Gantz. And Marie, how many people do you need to help you out?
We need approximately 400 volunteers. We do have a majority of those, but we are looking now for specific areas. As I said, the ticket sales and also parking and on the golf course. Okay, good. All right, Diane, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great.
Diane's a neighbor down in the town center, was the mall down in
Port Charlotte
Town Center Mall. And she also represents the Simon Property Group as well as the Simon Foundation in this area.
Right.
And now is your time to tell us all about the Simon Group,
Great.
be it the commercial side or the foundation side.
Well, we could actually tell you several things about it. The Simon Property Group owns Port Charlotte Town Center. Simon is the largest owner of mall properties in the United States. We own 265 malls. We just as a point of reference locally, we own the Edison Mall in Fort Myers and DeSoto Mall in Bradenton, as well as Port Charlotte. We're delighted to be part of the KEB Bobcat Trail Invitational. We have created an association with KEB and the Invitational itself in several ways. First, we have a Exit 32 Welcome Center, as one of our newest tenants in the mall. And it's a location that shows people throughout the Charlotte County, Northport, Englewood areas all about what's going on Exit 32 and the amount of growth that's happening in our surrounding counties.
Exit 32 is Toledo Blade and I-75. That's
great. And where Bobcat is located. We're also proud to be a sponsor of the Invitational. We think it's a wonderful thing that's going to aid the community for many, many years to come. It looks like to be a fun event that everybody can participate in, young people, older people, just everybody. And in addition, we've been lucky enough to be chosen to be a recipient of some of the monies that are obtained from this Invitational. And that's going to go to the Simon Youth Foundation. The Simon Youth Foundation is a new concept. It was started 2 years ago. We felt that as members of the community, we wanted to give something back to the community, and especially to the children. And Simon Youth Foundation has basically set up 3 different ways to do that. One is through community scholarships, and we started that just last year. We gave out a $1,500 scholarship here to Sue Ellen Heinz, who went to Lemon Bay High School. And the foundation itself has given out $250,000 in these scholarships. The other thing that we have is through the Simon Youth Foundation is educational resource centers. And we've been fortunate enough to just establish one in Port Charlotte Town Center. What it is it's an opportunity for kids to earn their high school degree, not GED, but pure high school degree. And this is a program set up for kids that may not necessarily fit into the mainstream of society. They could be homeschool students, they could be students that maybe had truancy problems, kids that may be going into the military, a variety of sources. So it's an amazing thing that we've gotten it here. There's only 5 other malls in the country that have them. There's 10 others planned for this year. So we're thrilled to death to be included in that.
I've been very active in education for a solid 15 years in this general area, and that's exciting because these kids generally just fall through the cracks and never to be seen again, and they end up in the juvenile justice system, and it's very admirable what you're trying to do there.
Absolutely. We expected to have 16 to 20 students in the program. We have 34 with a waiting list.
Wow.
And now with the
the
city of Northport is growing and building a new high school, so there's lots of opportunities to service the kids in this area. We have one more area that the Simon Youth Foundation services, and we call it the Peacemaker Corps. It's a conflict resolution seminar. So it teaches children how to avoid conflicts, which is obviously a very important thing. We do that through cooperation with HUD, the Housing and Urban Development Group, and also Friends of the United Nations. So the good thing and the great thing really about the Simon Youth Foundation is it helps people all around the country, but you really see our community being helped by it.
Well, that's great. Of course, we're all consumers down there at the mall. We're there several times a week, mostly in the food court, I'll have to admit. But whereabouts in the mall is this school located?
It's located down right by Adult and Community Ed. There's an entranceway right by the Dillard's store.
On the Dillard side of things. Now, that area, of course, kids come to school during certain times. Is that available to non-school events or non-school activities, or?
Well, this is open for mall hours, through mall hours. So it provides a perfect opportunity because, you know, if somebody for some reason is embarrassed about attending a school like this, they can always just say they're going to the mall. So we have flexible hours. There's 3 different timings during the day that they can go. They also do internship programs with some of the merchants in the mall.
What about non-youth programs?
Well, we have the Adult and this is in conjunction with the Adult and Community Education Center. Those programs will continue. It will also house this program, the program is actually called Career Quest.
Okay, very good. And I believe, Marie, KEB even has a storefront down there that you're advertising or promoting this event. Where is that located?
That's correct. That is the Exit 32 Welcome Center that Diane was speaking about. It is also right adjacent to the Community Education Center, right outside of Dillard's, or you can enter through this separate entrance.
Okay, thank you very much for coming today, Diane. We're thrilled to have you in the community helping our youth.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and we'll be back in a moment.
Oops.
There's a rumor that small-town America has all but disappeared.
Life is great, Northport.
Northport is the last Mohican. This is the place. This is going to be the last undeveloped region. The city government itself is so pro-growth, and it's just like everything is in the right place at the right time for Northport. They're very open-minded, they're very honest, and they're very fair.
Disappeared? You've just seen evidence to the contrary. We call it Northport.
Welcome back to the final segment of Northport, A View from Here. Also visiting us with us is Mac Reed from the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club. And Mac, welcome to the program today, and welcome to the event that we're going to have in November for you all. Tell us a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club, how many kids, the types of programs, and what goes on at the Northport Club.
Okay. The Northport Boys and Girls Club was opened in 1996. And we have just been received with the tremendous excitement and open arms with the parents and the children and the community of Northport. Our club is located on South Biscayne Drive. We're at the what was formerly known as the South Biscayne Baptist Church. And thanks to the generosity of the Venice Foundation, the Selby Foundation, and many supporters in the community, we were able to renovate that facility and provide after-school activities and summertime activities for boys and girls ages 6 to 18. Almost immediately, as you know, Gene, when we opened the doors, we developed a waiting list. So the sad part is that we're not able to serve all the children that need our services. But for the ones that are involved, there's about 500 children. They're involved on an annual basis and come to the club each day after school to participate in our activities. They're there all day in the summertime while the parents are at work from 7:30 in the morning until 6 in the evening. Have a wonderfully trained staff that work with the children on a day-to-day basis, complemented by many, many volunteers that give of their time and talent to assist the children.
Do you work in conjunction with the schools or in programs and things of this nature?
We do. We work very closely with the school board here in Sarasota County. They've been tremendous supporters of not only the Northport Club, but all of our 3 clubs here in Sarasota County. But one of the most important services they help us with and assist us with is transporting the children from the Toledo Blade, from Northport Glen Allen, from VAMS, the middle school. We've met with the new principal, Mr. Kennedy, at the new high school and middle school. We're going to have a wonderful relationship with them. But Also importantly, we have teachers from the schools that come in and assist us, some on a part-time paid basis, many on a volunteer basis that work with our children in a lot of our academic programs. We really try to use our athletics as a draw to get the children in and involved in the club, and then we do the old switch and bait, and we get them interested in academics and art and drama and things that will really enhance their lives.
And what about computers?
Have a wonderful computer lab. We're very excited to have a really great relationship with Comcast that has provided internet access for all of our children. High-speed cable modem access that allow them to come in and assist with their homework and with their research, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience for them.
They do that free of charge for the community.
They do that free of charge.
That's
it's
wonderful.
a wonderful gift.
That's great. Construction. You know, the facility is too small. The construction trailer is out there. There's equipment out there. There's some dirt's been moved. Tell us about the construction going on.
We're really excited about the first phase of construction to allow us to expand and take what we hope will be as many as 150 children off of the waiting list. We currently do have under construction about 15,000 square feet, a new indoor air conditioning gymnasium. They'll have a health and fitness center in addition to the basketball area, and an outdoor covered pavilion. Sarasota County government has provided us with a CDBG grant that allowed us to expand our vision and expand our goals with this first construction project to include the outdoor pavilion. And so we're tremendously excited about that. It is underway. We hope that it'll be done this spring. We'll be able to take children off the waiting list. And it's just going to allow Randy Belk, our unit director, and all of his fine staff there tremendous opportunities to work with the children and expose them to a lot of new and exciting programming.
Okay, great. And how do the children get to the Boys and Girls Club on a daily basis?
Most of them arrive by Nike as opposed to Cadillac. They get on those Nike shoes and walk to the club. But also, of course, they ride their bikes. We have some parents that will drop them by the club. And then, of course, as I mentioned, the transportation project that we have through the Sarasota County School Board. But the children come in a variety of ways to the club. We're open right after school each day, Monday through Friday. Our staff is there. The building is open. All of our programs are up and running. And we have a tremendous teenage population. I think that's important in this day and time for our teenagers to have a place to go where they feel safe, they're secure. They know that they're going to have people that will assist them and help them, people that they can talk to if they need help with a research project, go in the computer lab and work on maybe a research paper. So with all the different facilities and activities we have, the first phase construction program is going to allow us to even enhance those facilities even more.
That's tremendous. I know that during the summer months I think it was 30 minutes, 45 minutes in the whole program. I think it was 250 slots were filled, and there's such a need for this, especially with two working parents.
Absolutely, and the testimonies we get from the parents about what it has meant to their children. Now it's cool to go to the Boys and Girls Club and do your homework, as opposed to maybe not feeling that that's something they want to do. So we're excited about that.
So I think one of the premises, not premises, but one of the activities is you have to do your homework before you can do the fun stuff.
We ask them to give us 1 hour, give us a power hour, and let's go in and get that homework done. You're going to be happy, your parents are going to be happy, and your grades are going to soar, so your teachers are going to be happy.
And you can go home and your parents don't have to fuss with you.
Exactly.
It's all done and you're ready to go play and enjoy the family. That's really great. How many children do we serve in the Boys and Girls Club across the county?
Across Sarasota County, we serve 4,000 children on an annual basis. Our goal through the vision of our Board of Directors is to try to more than double that. We really want to reach out and serve over 10,000 children, and that's why it's so important that KEB and Bobcat have partnered with us. That helps us in this first phase construction. The benefits from this tournament, the proceeds are going to help us take children off a waiting list. And we're terribly excited about that. That's going to allow us to enhance the program to move faster with Phase 2 construction, which will be a new teen center, new educational programs, new computer labs, so that we can properly serve the children that come to our facility.
You had mentioned something about teenagers coming to the club. I know in the beginning there were very few. Is it a growing number today?
It is a growing number. Randy and his staff are working with upwards of 75 to 100 teenagers.
Wow.
Through the CYD program funded again by Sarasota County government and our local KSAC board. having special activities just for teenagers. Randy and his staff has designated a certain part of the club that's separate from the smaller children, so the teenagers have a place of their own, place that they can go in and relax. They can get some assistance with homework, research papers, but also they can just chat with their friends, maybe watch a sporting event on TV, get on the computers and do some of their homework, even play a game of chess with a youngster at the club up at the McBean Club or the Fruitville Club because of the internet access.
That's great. What's the tremendous services? What's the tremendous cost?
The tremendous cost is $5 for the school year. That's 9 months of coming to the Boys and Girls Club for $5 per child. We do have a transportation charge that we had to institute this year. It's $10 per child for the transportation. But again, through carpooling, walking to the club, riding your bike, there are other ways to get to the facility. But a youngster can go to the club for the entire school year for only $5. In the summertime, they can come each day in the summer, receive a free lunch and a free afternoon snack for $30 a month. So it's a tremendous bargain, and we feel like the children really are greatly appreciative of our board and the staff that works in the Northport area being able to keep those fees extremely low.
And what are the hours?
We're open each day after school, right after school, until 7 p.m. each evening. During special programming times of the year, that time is extended to 9 p.m. And then in the summertime, when the children are out of school, Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, the spring break, and then we're open all day, early in the morning at 7:30 until 6 in the evening.
Okay, and I understand something's going on in Venice with the potential for a new club.
We have a tremendous group that is together in Venice under the leadership of Lee Thacker and Steve Boone. Had a meeting this morning, as a matter of fact, and our board there, our advisor board and our corporate board are working diligently to try to bring a Boys and Girls Club to the Venice area.
As South County grows, the needs of the South County grow, and Northport, of course, has needed a facility like this for a long, long time. So you couple it with the Boys and Girls Club, with the Simon Youth Foundation, CYD, and all the others, it really starts, creating a good atmosphere for the kids around town. It gives them something to do. We get that skate park going. That'll be another thing that's positive for the kids. Marie, you have 2 minutes to tell us all about everything you know, what you want the people to know, where to call if they want to volunteer, maybe some of the clubs that are volunteering already, to give them a flavor of it. And
all right.
You have the final 2 minutes.
I'll give you just a couple of minutes as a wrap-up. First of all, we have just had wonderful success with our sponsorships. We have great names involved. The Herald Tribune has been the majority sponsor for the event, as well as Outback. Outback is doing all of our food. They're catering for us the Monday night awards dinner, where all of the checks and the notoriety will be given out. Also, ABC Television will be there live. And without saying, the Clear Channel, Seaview in our local area, will be covering it live. We're going to do some hippo shows and live commentary, live interviews there the weekend of the event. Regarding other sponsorship opportunities, we have opportunities from a $500 level, which is a whole sponsor. We have a wonderful opportunity for the Business Expo, and this is where businesses can come out on the driving range and set up, show what they have, do an advertising. It's a wonderful opportunity for local businesses. Along with that, we also have our volunteers that we're looking for. Our tickets are now on sale. There are, I can tell you, a couple of the places that they currently are. We do have a long list of golf shops, but they are available, of course, at our Bobcat Trail Pro Shop, at the Simon Mall in the Exit 32 Center. And if the folks would like to have further information on where they can get a ticket, how they can volunteer, what would they like to know about their sponsorships, they can use the website that we have. It's www.bobcattrail.com, or you can call the tournament headquarters at 423-5220.
Marie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You timed it just right. Thank you very much, and that's the wrap for this edition of Northport, A View from Here.